G'day, this is BRAK. You're watching the Breakfast Club, and today we're going to be asking, who's the boss?
It's the Breakfast Club.
G'day, BRAK here, and I do apologise for bringing a hat inside. I do have better manners than that, but I got hat hair, and no one needs to see that. So, yeah, this is the third video of New Edition Ork Tactics, and we're going to be looking at the data sheets of some of the bosses, the Warbosses. And okay, now we're doing this in alphabetical order because it's so much easier this way. So this is the Beast Boss. And he can move 6 inches, toughness 5, 4 up save, 5 wounds, a leadership of 6+, and an objective control number of 1. And he has an invulnerable save of 5+. Now his abilities is that he feel no pain 6+, and he is the leader. So, giving him an invulnerable save and a feel no pain of 6+, pretty durable. Pretty darn durable. And being a leader means that he can join other units. And those other units just happen to be, look down here, is the Beast Snagger boys. So, would it be nice if he could go some of the other units, but no. It looks like that the Beast Snaggers can only play with the other Beast Snaggers. Now, back up to his rules is the Beast Bottle. He's the Beast Moss. He is the Beast Boss. While this model is leading a unit, each time the model in that unit makes a melee attack, add 1 to the hit rolls. You're usually hitting on a 3+, and he has Beastly Rage. So each time this model makes a charge move until the end of the turn, melee weapons it is equipped with have the Devastating Wounds ability. Wound on 6s, mortal wounds. Nice. Really, really nice. Okay, and what is he kitted out with? So he's got a shooter, rapid fire 1, 18-inch range. You get 2 attacks, and it's ballistic skill 4+. So 4+ for a ballistic skill is pretty good. Strength 6 and damage 1, no AP. But the melee weapons, so he's got 2 options with the Beast Snagger. So you got the Beast Snagger Claw or the Beast Chopper. Now the Beast Snagger Claw is an anti-monster 4 up and an anti-vehicle 4+. So attacks 4, weapon skill 3, strength 10, AP -2, damage 2. So yeah, it's pretty good. Beast Chopper, 6 attacks if he's got the chopper, if he's got the axe. Weapon skill 2+, so that's nice. Hitting on 2s, that's good. And strength 6, AP -1, and damage of 2. Which one would you most likely want to take? Depends on what you want and what model you fitted out. See the trade-off, you get more hits, plus a better weapon skill with the Beast Chopper, but with the Beast Snagger Claw, you get the higher strength and the AP damage, the better AP damage. So I personally think they're on par. There's a lot of people who do like claws out there, so you'll probably see more claws. Especially if there's going to be a lot of vehicles out there. And I think this is going to be a vehicle-heavy meta. And this little baby comes in at 80 points. That's a good price. Beast Boss on Skrillosaur. So he can move 10 inches. He has toughness 10, 3+ save, 9 wounds, leadership 6, and objective control 3. So the core ability, Deadly Demise. If it dies, it gives out mortal wounds if you hit a 6. And the Feel No Pain 4+. Also has invulnerable save of 5+. So compared to the Beast Boss, a better save, better invulnerable saves better, but the Feel No Pain of 4+ is going to keep him up there a lot longer. Now, where he does fall short compared to the Beast Boss is that he's not a leader. So he has to be by himself. He could get shot off the table, but he's going to be tough to move. So that's your payoff. What's his abilities? The Here We Go aura. While a friendly Beast Snagger unit is within 6 inches of his model, you can re-roll charge rolls made for this unit. So that's good. You can combine that with the Wars to help with the charge. So hopefully, if you might have some Squeak boys, or even some Beast Snagger boys. You get in charge, it'll be fun. And the Single Mind Predator. You can target this model with the Heroic Invention Stratagem for 1 CP, and can do so even if you already have targeted a different unit with that stratagem this phase. So that will become quite handy. Okay, so what weapons he's got? He's got his Slugger. So that's normal everyday sluggers. A lot have got sluggers. I'm only going to read this once, and then we can refer back to it next time. So it's a 12-inch range, 1 attack, ballistic skill 5+, strength 4, no AP and 1 damage. The Thump Gun, which is slightly better, has an 18-inch range, D3 attacks, 5+ ballistic skill, 6 strength, no AP and 2 damage. But you don't really take them for the shooting. It's just something to do in the shooting phase, really. You take them for the melee weapons. And we've got the Beast Chopper, which is anti-monster 4+, anti-vehicle 4+, weapon skill 2+, strength 6, AP neg 1, damage 2. So very similar to what was happening with the Beast Boss. The Skrillosaur Jaws, it's devastating wounds and his extra attacks, which basically means you can do the Beast Chopper and the Skrillosaur Jaws in the same phase. Because these days, if you've got weapon options, sometimes normally if he's got 2, you can only use 1 in the melee. That's how the rules are at the moment. But this data sheet says you can do different. And so let's get back to it. The Skrillosaur Jaw. So 3 extra attacks, 4+, 7 strength, -2 AP, and a damage 3. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is nice. And just for 165 points, that's pretty good. You'll be seeing mine on the table. Okay, the Deathkiller War Trike. Let's just say I've put him in this one because he's a mounted Warboss. That's the Warboss keyboard, so that's why he's here. And he's got a movement of 12 inches, toughness 6, 6 up save, 9 wounds, 6+ leadership, and an OC of 3. Has an invulnerable save of 5+ deadly demise, and he's a leader. Just having a look at these quick stats, comparing him to the Beast Boss on Skrillosaur. Fairly similar. Fairly similar. But, especially with the stats, the only difference is you don't get any feel no pain with this guy. Leader. Let's go and have a little look at who can he lead. And he can lead the Warbikers. So that's really nice. It is a shame that he can't lead the knobs on Warbikes. But the reason behind that is probably because the knobs on Warbikes are a Forge World faction. I'm not quite sure why that is a good enough reason, but that is the reason they tend to go with. Okay, let's have a look at the abilities. While this model is leading a unit, that's Warbikers, each time a model in that unit makes a melee attack, add 1 to the hit roll. So very similar to the Beast Boss. So leaders tend to do that. They get to the add 1 to the hit roll, which is nice. It usually brings up 3+ up to 2+, all the time 4+ up to 3+, which is quite nice indeed. Let's have a look at his weapons. He is got the Deathkiller Boomstick. It's assault, which means you can fire it and then charge. Range 12 inches. 6 attacks with that boomstick. Boom. That's nice. BS5+, it's Orks. You're very rarely going to have anything better, unless you're in some of the mechs. But generally, you're looking at that 5+ ballistic skill, and 6 strength and 1 damage. Now he's got the killer jet on the back there, and it can do 2 things. It can have burner or cutter. So it can, so if it's in the burner phase, so a big flash of just bursting out a whole lot of flames, then we've got, well, it's 12 inches, D6 attacks, ignores cover, and it's a torrent. So that means that auto hits. Strength 5, AP 1, damage 1. So really good at getting rid of that infantry there, especially if they're hiding behind cover. But another little trick he's got up his sleeve is the Killer Jet, the Cutter. It's a Melter 2. So if it's in within half range of the 12 inches and 6 inches, you get the Melter ability. So that's great. And which is, you roll 2 dice as opposed to the 1 dice. Ballistic skill 5+, so yeah, it's only go off 2 out of 6 times. So yeah, strength 9, nice. AP net 4, so it's going to cut through most things. Damage 6, so it's a little bit dicey, if you pardon the pun, of what the damage output could be, but fun thing to do every now and then, because you never know your luck in a big city. And by big city, I mean game. Yeah, Deathkiller Wartrike coming in at 90 points. Good leader for bikes. Yeah, I think I'll be dusting mine off. Okay, the Warboss. The Warboss, he is your cheapest. He comes at 70 points. And I think that is a really good 70 points for what he does. So let's have a little look. And his movement 6 inches, toughness 5, save 4+, 6 wounds. 6 wounds. And a leadership of 6+, and an OC of 1. Now he is a leader. Can he lead? He can lead boys and knobs. I would have liked to see some more. Maybe it would have been great to have him with some burners, boys and things like that. But no, it's just boys and knobs. Unfortunately, not mega knobs, which is a little sad. Okay, so what has he got? Abilities. When this model is leading a unit, each time that model makes a melee attack, add 1 to the hit roll. Very similar. We're seeing this across. It's why you'd want to put leaders with groups, with boys or knobs. The biggest and best, when you call a war until the start of the next battle round, add 4 to the attack characteristics of this model's melee weapons. So we'll go straight over into the melee weapons and we'll have a look. So at the Power Claw, he gets 4 attacks. So you're adding 4 during the war, so that's 8, isn't it? And it's 3+ for the Power Claw. The strength is 10, AP -2, damage 2. Very similar to most of the claws that we've seen. And the big chopper, you get 5 attacks here. So when he's gone the wild, that's also that's 9. So that's nice. Strength 8, 1 AP and 2 damage. And you get the extra attacks with the squig. There's 2 attacks. Weapon skill 4+, no damage, no AP and 1 damage. Yeah, look, I quite like this. You can either choose, the options are, have a big chopper or a power claw. I'll see a lot of people having power claws, but I can actually now use my BRAK model because he's got a chopper. And so I can still do that, and he's got body build. So my BRAK model is actually WYSIWYG, which is, yeah, it's good. So, but yeah, look, I think you can, so if you prefer big choppers, then this still works in this case. And he can take knobs or boys. I don't know. I think it's situational. I'd like to put my knobs back on the table, so we'll probably have knobs with him. We'll have other characters with boys for me. What I can see is a lot of Warbosses and 20 boys. That's going to be quite a common thing for people to say. To do. Did I mention he's got a 5-up invul save? I can't remember. Yeah, so that's nice. Invulnerable save's always good. So he's got twin sluggers and combi weapon. So anti-infantry 4, devastating wounds. So sixes are going to give mortal wounds. 24 range. Rapid fire 1 attack. Ballistic skill 5 up, of course. Strength 4, damage 1. Devastating wounds is nice. Twin slugger, so 12 inches. It's a pistol. Twin link, so that's re-rolling ones. 2 attacks. Beers 5 again, and it's normal slugger, so strength 4, 1 damage. Something to do in the shooting phase. 70 points. He's the cheapest, and I think he's quite economical. Now the last of the bosses, the Warboss in Mega Armor. Movement 5 inches, so he doesn't move as fast as the other Warboss because he's got Mega Armor, slows him down. Strength, toughness 6, save of 2+, so that's nice. A wound, 7 wounds. Leadership 6, OC 1, invulnerable save 5 up. So he is a leader, and who can he lead? It's your Mega Knobs. And that's why you can't have your Warboss with the Mega Knobs, is because they get their own Warboss in Mega Armor. Okay, so we have the big shooter. There's a ranged weapon. Rapid fire 2. Ballistic skill 4+, so that's better than normal. Strength 5, no damage. And he's got his huge chopper. Got 4 attacks. Weapon skill 2+, strength 12. Whoa, that's strong. AP -2, damage 2. So that's probably about the most devastating of some of these weapons. Melee weapons, there are some -3, but -2 and damage 2 is usually on par with some of these bosses. So that's pretty good. We didn't talk about his abilities, did we? I'm chopping and changing here. While this model is leading a unit, each time the model unit makes a melee hand, add 1 to the hit roll. There's no real surprises there, was there? And it's dead hard. Dead hard. When you call a war, until the start of the next battle round, this model has a feel no pain ability of 4+. So that's going to keep him and his Mega Knobs alive. And yeah, so he's at 95 points. So would I take him if I only want one Warboss? If I've got enough room, I'll probably take the other Warboss. This guy, it's going to come down to points and really what I want to do. And if I'm taking Mega Knobs too, I think it's going to be situational on how my points are at the time and what the meta's like. But yeah, you could do it. I personally, there's going into some opinion at the moment. Personally, I have an issue with having more than one Warboss with units, which is what this new edition can do. You can do it. I don't like it as a mechanic because I don't think it's fluffy. So as a rules mechanic, it's probably good because it's gonna help buff some of your units. So it's good there, but when it comes to fluff, and because I'm more of a narrative player, it doesn't sit well with me. But that's a me problem, not a you problem. Okay, well there you have it. They're the bosses. Now, yeah, all of those but one were leaders. The most expensive was your Beast Boss and Skrillosaur, and your most least expensive was the Warboss. I think a Warboss is probably going to be an auto-include, depending on, whereas the others are going to be. The Beast Boss might also be an auto-include too. No, the Beast Boss on Skrillosaur might be an auto-include. as well about Beast Boss, Deathkiller Wartrike. I think only you want to match them up, and even the Warboss and Mega Armor, you'll probably only want to bring them if you're going to bring certain units. You might not see it, but I think that Warboss for 70 points, I believe it's an auto include, and I think I'm definitely going to be bringing mine. If you disagree with me, comment below. Let's have a conversation. Do you? Don't you? Do you think I'm on the money? Do you think I'm speaking out of my bottom? Yeah. Comment below. Let's have a conversation. Next video I'm going to be talking about mechs. But until then, if you have to go crumping, remember, you gotta bash early, bash often. Wah!
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, subscribe and share, and also press that notification bell so you get to see more of my videos. If you want to get social with BRAK, well then, down in the link below there are all those wonderful platforms that I'm on, and there's even a few you can donate to, like Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee. Once again, thanks for watching, and catch you later.